Hey everyone, this is Micah from Stirring Worship. I just wanted to go over the parts for our song More Than Enough. I'll be covering the electric one guitar parts, kind of the lead guitar line for this song. The song was done in the key of C, and it's at 80 beats per minute. Most of this song involves playing on the slide, so I'm going to have the slide on for the entirety of the song, and then a few different sections will involve picking through using fingers, but I'll specify when that part comes up. Otherwise, I just keep the slide on at all times so that I'm ready to use it when those sections come up. But let's go ahead and get started at the top of the song. There's a moment where at the very top, the tracks are playing a few different notes, and then when we drop in all together as a band, there's a lead slide line that comes in. For my effects on that, I have a cloud reverb set to about noon on the mix with a decay of about 6 seconds, and I have a dotted eighth note delay for this part as well. And the part will go like this. So for that part, I'm playing exclusively on the G string here, and we just start by resolving up to a high 1 here, and then back down to a 7, down to a 5, a 3, back up to the 5, 3, and then sliding up from a 2 to a 3, and just the kind of staying in that range for the entirety of that part. Going into verse 1 of the song, guitar is out, our guitar 1 is out on the A side, but then we come in on the B side of that verse with just a little kind of single note picking part, doing a triad shape up here on the 1 and the 3, and it just goes like this. And then that gets repeated one more time. I would recommend, if you're the only guitar player and you don't have tracks playing, the other guitar is kind of doing a rhythmic chunking, palm muted chunking part, just following the chord progression. I'd recommend that if you need to fill space a little bit more fully as the only guitar. And then at the very end of that verse 1, we tag that last line, "You're the God of more than enough." And at that point, one thing that we're adding in at this point is I threw my pog on to add a low octave, and I'm just going to do kind of a walk down, a 6, 5, 4 following the progression. So it'll go like this. And then I'll let that fade out going into the low chorus 1. Going into chorus 1, the band drops down and guitar is out completely for the A side of that chorus. And then coming in on the B side, I'm doing a little slide part that has kind of a combination of swelling and slides. And so it'll go like this, starting on the 2, sliding up to 3. So the first part of that is just kind of following the melody from the 3 to the 4. And then we go back up to that high octave. And just kind of do a walk down there. And then from that chorus 1, then we go back into a turnaround, which is just going to be the same thing as that intro line on the slide. For verse 2, we're driving a little bit more in this verse, and so from the very beginning of that verse, I'll add in that same triad shape, the 1-3, that we were doing on the B side of the first verse, but we'll do it here on the A side. So it'll start like this. And then it also adds in a 1-5. And then on the B side of that verse, the band switches to a more straight driving, and we at this point are going to go down to this A shape for the triad here, and we're just going to be kind of strumming. At this point, I'm switching to an 8th note delay. I'm keeping the same reverb setting as well, and I'm just going to be strumming a 1 and a 1 sus for this part. And then that will go straight into the tag, just the same thing as we did on the first verse. We'll do the same thing here as well. We'll add the low octave and go 6, 5, 4. And now for chorus 2, the band is still pretty dynamically high at this point, and so we'll come in with a slide line here. I switched back to the dotted 8th note delay, and the line is just gonna be kind of similar following the melody for portions, and it'll sound like this. Following that chorus 2, there's a bit of a kind of a chorus instrumental that happens there. So I'm adding just another gain stage, kind of my lead line gain stage for this. And we play kind of a slide lead line here. I'm going to start by, I'll play through it without the slide just to show what the individual notes are, and then I'll play it with the slide and with the full effects present as well. The first part of it slides up here on the B string up to play this 5. And then we'll pick that high 1 right there. And then 2, 1, 5, 1. Repeat that. A third time here. And then here, we'll slide back down to where we were in this A position here. And we'll go 3, 4, 3, 1. And then for the B side of that instrumental section, we're going to take that part and take it up an octave and then play more of a harmonized version to that part that we just played. So on the B string here, we'll slide up an octave to the 3. And it'll go 3, 1, 3, 4, 3, 1, 3. 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. And then here we'll go 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 5. So with the added gain stage and with the slide, what that whole part will sound like is this. So at the very end there, what we're doing is a 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 5, and then sliding down to a lower 3 right there. And we let that ring out. We go into a low bridge. There are 4 different bridge sections. And so for this first bridge section, the guitar is out. We don't play anything at that point. I'm going ahead and switching over to my 8th note delay again in preparation for bridge 2. At this point then, the guitar comes in with kind of a palm muted line. So for that, we're just back in this kind of A shape position up here, and it's going to go 5, 6, 1, 2, 1. And then that lasts for the duration of bridge 2. Coming into bridge 3 here, I'm adding my pog in again to get that low octave, and I'm going to go up an octave here to this high C, this high 1. And at this point, we're just kind of doing a bit of a rhythmic picking part on the 1, 5, and then we'll go down to a 3 here. So that'll go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then starting in on that bridge 4 here, we're going to switch from that rhythmic picking to just picking more straight, and it's going to go to the 6, 3, here's a 4, 3, to the 5. And from that point then, we're going back into a big chorus, and we play that same slide line in the third chorus that we did back in chorus 2 as well. And then at the end of that song, right after we wrap up that chorus, there's an outro portion that just replays that same lead line that we did in the intro of the song as well. So I'll add in a gain stage for that, switch back to my dotted eighth note delay at that point, and play that outro line. And those are all the parts for playing More Than Enough. Thanks for watching.